There is a very big confusion in Nigeria right now as to the kind of system that we run. Because majority of Nigerians believe we run a unitary system. And this is why you see them come online to say, all this money that you people say has increased, why can't the president call the governors to order? Why can't he tell them, what are you doing with this money? Now, let me explain to you. Nigeria does not run a unitary system. And this unitary system is different from fiscal federalism, which is what Nigeria currently runs on, right? So this unitary system, they have one central command. It means only one person can call all the governors, all the senators, all the ministers, and tell them, I'm giving you 10 billion today. That 10 billion, build 10 roads, build 5 schools, build 8 hospitals. This same person can call the local governments and tell them, build 10 roads with this 1 million naira. So this is how a unitary system runs. But when we run a fiscal federalism, there is the evolution of power, the 3 tiers of government: the federal government, the state government, and the local government. So now, how does this work? When they share money to the federal government, the state government, and the local government, as soon as the money hits the account of the state government, the FG has nothing to do with it again. Constitutionally, the president has no power to call the governors and say, what are you doing with this money? This is what they call fiscal federalism. The power has been shared into federal, state, and local. So the president does not have any power in the constitution to call the governors to order and ask them, what are you doing with this money? Now, let us talk about checks and balances for this one. Who checks and balances the president on what he does with the money that is shared to the federal government? That is the job of the National Assembly, the Senate, and the House of Reps. You know, they approve budgets, they approve loans, they have oversight. It means they can summon the CBN governor, they can summon the ministers, they can ask the president, how are you spending this money? These are the people that checks and balances the federal government. The National Assembly, Senate, and House of Reps. Now let us go to the governors. Who checks and balances the governor? That is the job of the National Assembly. So if you are having any issue with how your governor is spending the money, the people you should be calling out are the National Assembly. It's your National Assembly, because they are the only one that has the power to summon the governor and ask him, Mr. Governor, how you take spend this money? Where is our money? So they have this power. Now, if we go to the local government, they have a local government legislative council. They have councillors in each ward. These are the ones that can come together and also ask the local government, how are you spending our money? These are the police. So you don't see them now. Fiscal federalism, the president does not have the power to ask any governor, how are you spending the money? That is the job of the State House of Assembly. They are the one that are into checks and balances for what the governor is doing. The local government, they have a local government council that can also check the local government, what they are doing with the money. And when you go to the head, the federal government itself, the National Assembly, the Senate, and House of Reps has the power to call the president and ask the president, this money, what you take and do? They can summon any minister, they can summon anybody, they can summon the CBN governor, they can summon anybody under the federal government and ask them, where is our money? So that is the difference. So now, if you're having issues with your governor, if you think he's not spending the money wisely, your State House of Assembly is who you should be directing all your energy to, not Tinubu or not anybody that will be there anytime. So as long as we run fiscal federalism, just have this at the back of your mind that the president of Nigeria does not have the constitutional power to hold any governor accountable on how they spend money. This is the job of the State House of Assembly. If you want to question the president's spending, your job is to choke the National Assembly, House of Reps, and the Senate. They are the ones that can call the president and ask the president, what are you doing with our money? Where is our money? If you feel the CBN governor is not doing well, these people can also call him because they have oversight. It means they have the power to summon anybody under the federal government. Just as the State House of Assembly has the power to summon anybody under the state government and question them on how they spend money, and just like the local government, local government legislative council can also summon the local government chairman on how are you spending our money. Now, there is an exception when it comes to the state, which is the security vote that I have mentioned before. That security vote, nobody, even the State House of Assembly, does not have the power to question the governor because it is a discretionary fund. The governors can spend that money at their own discretion. This is the only place where nobody has power to question the governors, even their own State State House of Assembly. That security vote is a discretionary fund. They can spend it at their own discretion, anyhow they like. Nobody can ask them questions about that. Thank you.